What's up, Dunwoody? Welcome back to the podcast. It's all about Dunwoody, Georgia. My name is Matt Weber. Show is all about Dunwoody, Georgia. Wow, I kind of stumbled there for a second. We got sponsors of Dr. Brett Friedman from Village Orthodontics and Discover Dunwoody, both of which you know Jared. And so Jared is the CEO of the Marcus Jewish Community Center of Atlanta. It feels weird to say the whole thing. Normally it's just the J.
It's a lot. That's right. I call it the J or the center. That's right.
Yeah.
Thanks for using the whole name.
Yeah. Well, tell us about the J and, how you guys fit into the community. I know a ton of people that just adore you guys and, sign up for everything. And so this summer, and this is actually perfect timing for this because I would like to sign my son up for both my kids up for some summer camps. And so I'm hoping you're going to get into that a little bit later too, but tell us a little bit about how the J interacts with the community here in Dunwoody.
Sure. I mean, the easiest way to describe us is we're trying to be the town center of Dunwoody, and
that's what you've become.
Yeah. And look, we are the for better or for worse, the best kept secret in Dunwoody, I believe. I mean, you're talking about 52 acres in the heart of Dunwoody, second only in size to Perimeter Mall in Dunwoody. Yep. I don't think people realize the variety of activities. When you look at, you've got 3 outdoor pools, an indoor pool, a pickleball complex with 15 courts, multiple fields, some of them turfed, 3 basketball gyms, a theater, dance studio, gymnastics facility, a huge 3-acre lake for fishing and boating, and honestly, tennis courts. It is really incredible. A 20-acre summer camp in the back of the property. It's truly amazing. If you haven't seen it, you got to come by and check it out.
And usually it's full too. I showed up, I guess it was last summer maybe, and I saw those pickleball courts and I was like, this is absurd. There's no way that this many pickleball courts are necessary. And now I hear that they're completely full. Last time I was there, it was like 3/4 full. And I mean, are you guys thinking about putting in more? Well, pickleball is just blown up.
It is. It's funny because we really initially built 12 and then a covered basketball court. But the overwhelming demand for pickleball, we added 3 more courts. We painted over basketball and made it 3 more pickleball courts. It's in the afternoons and on the weekends and into the evenings, it is completely packed. We have a gorgeous social recreational space above it with TVs, food, and bar that you can overlook it. So pickleball is as much social as it is a sport. And so we've really tried to embrace that. And we want the Dunwoody community, whether you play or not, just come and hang out. You don't even have to play. Yeah.
Yeah. And whether you're Jewish or not, we were members there for a long time. And, it took us right in.
We are open to everyone, people of all faiths, ages, abilities, really trying to make this place your home away from home. And you can come here with a family of 4 or by yourself and entertain yourself and your family literally the entire day.
Yeah, there's definitely always something to do.
Always.
So tell us about some of the other upgrades, the aquatic center. That was just spectacular.
Yes, the Zalek Outdoor Aquatic Center. So, there are pools and complexes all over, but you will be very hard pressed to find something like what we've created here in the heart of Dunwoody. So we've really designed it for people of all ages. So it starts with a gorgeous splash pad for little infants and toddlers. And then we have a full toddler pool, which is 0 entry, completely shaded, slides and age appropriate activities for them. And then you move to our main social pool, which is designed for once you hit age 6 and up. And that has a basketball hoop and a massive water slide and a jumping rock and a deep end. And then if you're an adult and you don't want to deal with all the kids, we have a lower pool that's more quiet and you can lay out and kind of have a relaxed experience. We have a full snack bar, serves food, all types of beverages. So you can really come and make a full day of it. And it's about to open in mid-May. So we anticipate it being really the place to be this summer in Dunwoody.
Yeah, it really is. We went there. So I'm Dunwoody North swim team, and we went there for a swim meet, and I was just blown away. I was not expecting what you guys have built. That's really cool.
The feedback it's funny you say that, the feedback from other organizations, we have a lot of Alta teams in pickleball, and the competing teams are asking to host their home matches here. It's that nice. And a lot of the swim teams want to come practice here just because of how amazing our facility is now.
Yeah. And don't you have just summer memberships too, right?
You do. You don't have to be a year-round member. If a lot of this was designed for summer members, especially outside of Dunwoody. When you don't have to deal with the traffic, you can come from a lot further. But for the Dunwoody area, certainly a summer membership is an option, and it's from Memorial Day to Labor Day. Actually, from when we open in mid-May through Labor Day. There's no initiation fee, and it's actually cheaper than most generic community pools to join. And you get
Yeah, that's
so
what I
much
was
more.
noticing.
And in the
Yeah, and
summer,
is that everything?
Yes,
You have access to everything?
you have access to everything. The summer membership at the
Good
J
deal.
is literally, it's almost ridiculously cheap. And
Yeah.
you're right, it's not just the pools. You get pickleball, you get fitness center, you get everything, the entire facility for 4 months.
Yeah, and a lot of these people are, I mean, just paying for pickleball.
Yeah.
Like my father-in-law has a membership there, and it's just for pickleball.
Yeah.
Just because the courts are amazing.
They really
And
are.
it's like it's like a community. You're there, you're with the same people, you kind of just hang out. And
that's the beauty of it is you really meet new people. You meet great new people. And a lot of us have made our lifelong friends here, myself included. And it's just great to come and hang out and do something or do nothing, honestly. Sometimes it's just fun just to either lay out at the pool or have a drink watching pickleball.
Yeah. And so other than the sports, I mean, what else is going on in the summertime?
Oh, gosh. Well, summer camp. So summer camp at the J is huge. This summer, we will have generally 800 to 900 kids here a week. And while that sounds like a lot, when you spread it out over 52 acres, it's really not that much at all. In fact, sometimes it doesn't even look like there's that many kids here at all. So that's the beauty of it. And there's 100 different choices. So, from traditional camp where you're doing archery and fishing and swimming, or you can choose something that is just interesting to you. You can just do all sports all day if you want, or you can do all theater, or you can do all cooking camps. So there's really something for everyone.
And are those are all listed on the website?
Those are all on the website. Yeah, if you just go to the day camp section, you'll see all of them. And we start actually in a month, which is crazy.
Yeah, I'll put that link in the description too. And I'm also going to go there because my son is all of a sudden.
You're too old for day camp. You're too old.
No, yeah. But I've got a 9-year-old and a 13-year-old, and they've got to I have to find something for them to do this summertime.
All right, it's perfect for them. You can work here if you want.
Okay. My 9-year-old is just obsessed with basketball right now, or just sports in general right now. And so I've got to find him something to do this summer.
This is the place.
Or else he's just going to sit on his Switch the entire time. This is such an exciting time for the JCC. Like, where did all of this? I feel like it just kind of exploded over the last few years.
It really did. We had, prior to COVID, we had a vision of what we wanted this place to look like. And we were actually very close. Truthfully, had it not been for COVID, this would have happened a few years ago. We shut the place down. We reimagined and thought about what post-COVID life would look like and what would stand the test of time regardless of what happened. And we kind of reimagined our vision, sharpened it. And then, the donor community, the Marcus Foundation, the Zalek Foundation, they really, really stepped up to be able to, so we could do all of this. And truthfully, all the investment wasn't here. We have an overnight camp in North Georgia, Camp Barney Medintz, and a lot of funds were put into that to completely renovate that camp as well. So, all in all, when it's said and done, we will have spent about $37 million.
Wow,
I'm glad that you notice it and you can see it. And the courtyard and the inside of the building are only a week or two from being finished.
Yeah. And I mean, when you're driving past it obviously looks nice, but you can't see the really cool stuff.
Correct. And that's tough. And I think, because it has the gate out front, and I think there's a misconception that it's only for Jewish people, which couldn't be further than the truth. We are a true community center. And if you live in Dunwoody and have not seen it, you can come by, get a free tour. You can get a free 5-day pass. So you can come check us out, try us out before committing to anything. I think once you come in and see everything, you'll be blown away by what you haven't seen if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, my 70-something-year-old father-in-law has been challenging me to pickleball, so I need to come up there.
And honestly, that's the part about pickleball that I love the most. It's so intergenerational, and we see grandparents playing with their grandkids. It's something where an entire family of 4, my wife and 2 boys, we can come there and play and have a great time. It's one of the very few sports that if you don't know how to play, you can be average pretty quickly. It's different than tennis, which takes a long time to be somewhat competitive. With pickleball, it's very different. It's kind of in between ping pong and tennis. So, if you can hold a racket, you can play this.
Yeah, and then he plays it like ping pong, where he stands in the same spot and can just run me all over the court. I
Correct.
mean,
That means
I'm playing tennis and he's playing pickleball.
yeah.
It's just not
The people that
not
are
fair.
playing it like your son are better, right? If you're running around and sweating a lot, you're not as good as the people that can stand there and just place the ball wherever they want.
Yeah, and I can't do that.
Yeah.
So, well, let's talk about you a little bit. How did you get? You came up in the sports department, right?
I did. This was not what I was supposed to do with my life. I'm as close
Yeah.
to native as Atlantan as you can get. I moved here when I was 4, grew up in Sandy Springs, went to Riverwood High
Wow.
School. I used to ride my bike to the JCC on Tilly Mill when it was just, it was farmland. It was just a camp for a long time. This whole
Yeah.
area really was, our facility wasn't really developed fully until about 1999, 2000. So I have been involved with the JCC since I was 5 years old and went to Adjacomsey, the day camp that was here.
Oh, wow.
And it was great because we truly are a place where you can spend your entire life. So I started off at day camp. Then I got involved in our youth groups. And then I got involved in Camp Barney. Then I went away to school and came back and was playing basketball as a young adult. Was supposed to be this big finance guy, was in college for that, got 2 degrees in it, realized I made a big mistake and picked a career for the money. And then 20 years ago, after teaching, ironically, around the corner at Holcomb Bridge Middle School, came back to the JCC, the place I grew up in and always loved. And 20 years ago, took an entry-level job in sports and kind of just moved up from there. It's an incredible place to raise a family and to be able to come to work every day. It's a pretty remarkable place.
Yeah, and I mean the people that are somewhat underneath you, that work for you used to be you, and so you have a nice way of looking at it.
That's a great.
Like, I used to be you one day.
Yeah, 100%. And this is such a place where you can come up with ideas, and if they don't work, all you did was waste a little bit of time. Like that's what I love is the ability to create programs and create community and find out what the community is interested in, and then we can offer it. And if there's a group of people interested in something that we don't do, we can do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's really remarkable.
Looking for something fun for the whole family? Discover Dunwoody is spotlighting all the best kid-approved and parent-friendly activities around town. From parks and playgrounds to interactive museums and seasonal events, there's always something for families to enjoy. Their videos and posts make it easy to plan a weekend or trip everyone will remember. If you've got family or friends coming to visit, have them book their stay through whatsupdunwoody.com/hotels. Booking through that link helps support the podcast, and visit whatsupdunwoody.com/events for all the latest kid-friendly events. Well, let's talk about the leadership at the J. Like, tell me some of the key names.
Well, I can tell you, like, our board chair now, which rotates every 2 years, is Evan Toporek. He is just starting his second year as chair of the board. And then Paul Nozick, a lot of these people who I've known since I was a kid, he will be the next board chair installed about a year from now. And so every 2 years it rotates. Every 2 years, new members are added to the board and old members come off the board. So we like to keep the leadership fresh. And I think what differentiates a place like the JCC rather than like call it a Lifetime Fitness is that we are really led by volunteer leadership. And my bosses are always volunteer leaders. And their job is to really set strategy and vision, and ours is to implement it. And really the key to success is harmony between especially senior staff and the board. And I can honestly say for the past 20 years, the relationship between the board and the staff has been extraordinarily strong, and trust is everything in this relationship. And we've had a really, really good group of volunteer leaders that have worked incredibly well with our senior leadership, which we've been lucky have been stable for about the past 15 years. There's been a handful of us that have been here for a very long time. And it's really helped with that continuity, and it's helped with raising money. It's helped with staff morale. One of the things I'm most proud of is we've been named one of the top places to work for the past 13 years.
Yeah, I saw that actually.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
It's really cool. It's it's something we really strive for because people there's give and take when you work in a nonprofit, and we have to make sure that we give our staff an incredible lifestyle. We really support families. I always believe family first, work second. Like that's something we live by, and it has really attracted some really top-notch staff because they want that quality of life. And honestly, that's why I left the finance world and pursued this, because I wanted that. It was really important to me.
especially if your kids are at a young age. Hannah O'Donohue lives across the street from us, and so Ronan was, always at the J, and he kind of just grew up there because she was working, and it was nice that he got to just hang around.
100%. And I was
What?
lucky enough to experience that too. And at the end of the day, walk my kids up for soccer practice or basketball practice and coach, and then go home. Like it's really tough to replicate that lifestyle.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, what's next for the J? Like you guys, I feel like you've made such changes over the last couple years.
Gosh, can we rest for a year? I would love to rest. Honestly, between the pandemic and the capital campaign, we have really had a 5 to 6 year run of working really hard to make this thing the way it is. What's next, though? I think honestly, we're going to focus on how do we bring our programs and services outside the city of Dunwoody. Can we replicate some of what we do around the city? We started it this summer. We have a partnership with the Weber School in Sandy Springs, so we're running some day camps out in Sandy Springs with them. We do run 2 preschools that are not on property, one in East Cobb, one in Sandy Springs. So I think we'd really like to see what we can do without building a massive facility like this around the city. And that's we just completed a strategic plan, and that's a big piece of it, is how do we replicate in a fiscally responsible way some of our programs and services.
Yeah, I mean, I would thought you'd been concentrating on bringing people to just show off what you've gotten, and people would stay. But yeah, spreading out, that's a good way of doing it.
And that's a good way to further
more people.
Yeah, a good way to further our mission. What we've done now, the goal was to secure this park, this 52-acre Zabin Park, as our flagship, and we really to make it like the Disneyland of Dunwoody. And I think we are very close to accomplishing that. So we have to maintain it. We have to make sure that the facilities stay quality and that the staff and the customer service is excellent. And then I feel like we can branch out, and we're really close to accomplishing that first part.
Yeah, and you're also respectful of the rest of Dunwoody, because when you were putting on all those pickleball courts, I'm part of the DHA, the Homeowners Association, and people were worried that how loud, because for some reason pickleball courts are louder than tennis courts. I guess it's just the pop of the ball.
Yeah.
And you guys put in all this extra stuff just to be respectful of the people that already live there.
We really did. We made a substantial investment because we are surrounded by houses, and it is important for us to be a good neighbor. And we really, a lot of people have complained about pickleball noise, but we have not had one complaint because of what you mentioned, because of what we did. And we put significant resources to protect our neighbors.
Yeah, haven't heard anything about it since then.
And look, our neighbors we want Dunwoody to be here. So the last thing we want to do is upset our neighbors.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, give me some calls to action before we head off. Go to the website, find stuff about summer camp.
Go to the website. You'll find everything. But even better, come by the JCC and get a tour and get a free trial membership and check it out. Like, you really have nothing to lose if you haven't seen it. And I recognize I'm biased. I'll be the first to admit it. But I will challenge you to find a nicer 50 plus acres anywhere, even outside of Dunwoody, that has this many things for everybody in the family to do, including your parents, your kids, grandparents, everything from age 6 weeks to 100. There's something.
Yeah, and I think people, when photos of it came out, I think people were a little taken. They didn't understand that this was in Dunwoody, and so I mean, it's just right down the street. If you want to get a summer membership, hang out at the pool, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
I could not agree with you more. And honestly, for the price, I don't know where you'll find anything that's even remotely competitive. I really don't. We've kind of created our own market. There's something for everyone at a very, very reasonable price.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it's nice meeting you. Nice talking to you.
Nice to meet you.
You're welcome on anytime, or, anybody that you guys, anytime you want to put some information out, you tell me.
Fantastic. I appreciate the opportunity. I look forward to seeing a Dunwoody community here during the summer.
Yep, I'll be there.
Awesome.
Well, thanks a lot, Jared.
Thanks, Matt.